Hi, this is Dr. Picheny. Today I want to talk about consistency of arrogance and incompetency. Let me talk about a few of the characters whom we've talked about before. Let me first talk about Theresa May. I'd like to congratulate her. She finally got an agreement with the EU. I really don't know what type of an agreement. I have been always leery of her. And I think her own party is going to be exceedingly leery of her because they have to be the ones who pass that agreement that she has with the EU. But the EU is being very tough. Juncker does not want to renegotiate the deal. And really what's up for grabs is the economy in England. The pound is going down, whether we have a soft or hard border in North Ireland, and how many people will remain from the EU in Britain, and the reverse, how Britain get in the EU. So we wish her the best, but at the same time, I think consistency of incompetency may be the issue here. Let's go to the second character, and that would be Hillary Clinton. And she is so consistent that every time she opens her mouth, there is self-aggrandizement and self-destructiveness. Once again, she opened her mouth. She was in Europe and instructed the European countries to do the following: to control their immigration. Can you believe it? This is the woman who's a left-wing liberal candidate, said to the countries in Europe, Germany, France, and others to control their immigration so that eventually there wouldn't be a right-wing nationalist movement. Now, of course, we forget that Hillary was the one who invaded Libya and was totally stupid and incompetent. And what happened is thousands and hundreds of thousands of North Africans escaped through Libya into Italy and Spain and eventually into Europe. She was the one who initiated a war in Syria, initiated the war in Iraq, and helped out to create the ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Thank you so much, Hillary Clinton. Now we go to President Xi of China. President Xi of China has really taken a very serious approach to his own importance. Not only has his self-aggrandizement gotten bigger and more absurd in my point of view, but he's become a danger to China. And I have always been a friend of China. And what do I particularly mean? Not only is the economy of China exceedingly fragile because it's totally encompassed with debt, the real problem now is that Xi has alienated one of his closest allies, that's Pakistan, by having demanded that they pay for the port that the Chinese created and for the roads that they created. Baluchistan, which is a sector of Pakistan, rioted against the Chinese. They refused to pay for it. They refused to have the port and wanted to become independent. Of course, Xi had no alternative but to counteract that rebellion. And now Xi has India on his flanks, he has Pakistan on his flanks, and 250 of our soldiers, our capabilities all over China waiting for him to go to war, and that's not going to happen. But I think Xi has a very limited tenureship. Let's talk now about Chief Justice Roberts, who basically said there is no such thing as an Obama justice. Is he joking? This is a man who kowtowed down to Bush Jr. and was a sycophant so that he could get through the circuit courts and eventually become the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And the fact that he tainted himself with the Bush family alongside of Neil Gorsuch, alongside of Brett Kavanaugh. And now what he says is there is no such thing as a Republican judge or Democratic judge. Of course, he forgot to mention the fact that in the last minute, he was the one who voted for Obamacare and made Obamacare a tax. And in turn, when he made that tax, he immediately fled to Malta. Now, who goes to Malta? Let me tell you who goes to Malta. Criminals, judges, and politicians who want to get paid off or who pay somebody else off. So where are we right now? We are now in the presence of a lot of incompetency, a lot of sociopathy, and we are going to have a lot of consistency in those elements. Let me quote a very famous individual, and his name was Emerson. Emerson, the writer, said that consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. Thank you, good night, and good luck.